Hey, it's Sean Morrison, running for Slidell City Council still. Today is Saturday, it's the first day of early voting, and I hope you get out there. The election day is on March 26th, but you have this whole week to get out and vote down at the Towers building if you're free. You know, I know a lot of the other candidates for this position are down there, you know, waving flags and holding signs, but this is about people, not politics. So I'm out here in Delwood, and we are knocking on doors, just having those conversations, talking with people. And today, one of the things I wanted to talk about with you is this idea of good government. It's a topic that's very close to me, and I think it's very important. So what does that mean? Well, to me, good government is about providing effective service while also maintaining the public trust. And while public trust means a whole lot more than just budgets, budgets are a big part of what a council member does. Now, I'm the treasurer of the Slidell Toastmasters, and I love it. But that by itself does not make me qualified to handle a budget, right? We're not talking about a club budget or even a homeowners association budget of a few $100s. We're talking about the city budget of more than $40 million that it impacts tens of thousands of people every day. And that's not easy, folks. And it's not obvious. And it takes work and it takes experience. Now, I spent about a decade working in government service, not as a politician, but as an assistant attorney general, working at the state level with state and federal agencies on big projects with big budgets. And I'd like to kind of tell you about one of those jobs. The last job I had in government before going into the private sector. That was at the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. Now, if you had Googled them back in 2013, you would have been shocked and appalled. Maybe not shocked, but certainly appalled to see the executive director of more than a decade, his top staff, and even some of his family go into jail. Went to jail for corruption, embezzlement, fraud. And I was hired in 2014 as part of a new team tasked by the governor to clean up that mess. And I will tell you, it was not easy. This was a department of 6 or 7 divisions. We had office workers, scientists, we even had law enforcement there. Almost 200 employees and a big, big mess involving millions in federal grants. And we got to work. I probably spent hundreds of thousands of hours researching, going through the documents, finding out what went wrong, putting in place legal and fiscal procedures to make sure it couldn't happen again. I'll tell you, we really worked on 2 things: streamlining the processes so it was easier for folks to get services, and putting in place safeguards to make sure that kind of thing couldn't happen again. We lived and died by the audit, because the findings in that audit weren't just suggestions. They were our task list for the following year. And while it wasn't easy, I'm proud to say that in the 4 years that I was there, it seemed like a lot longer, we managed to turn that agency around. We went from the poster child of corruption to the gold standard of government in Mississippi. We had happier employees, consistent zero finding audits. And I think we went from a budget of about $15 to $20 million to one of over $200 million because the state trusted us with all of the BP money coming in. And folks, that's what good government looks like. That's what it is. And it's that track record of success. It's that understanding of budgets and governance that ultimately led the Alliance for Good Government to endorse me for city council, even among a crowded field. Folks, it's important to understand that this isn't easy. It's not something that can just be learned on the job. It takes time and experience, and I can offer those things. So if you agree that Slidell needs to continue to have the best government we can have, then I'd ask for your vote on March 26th or today or anytime this week. My name is Sean Morrison, and I want to put Slidell back to work for you. Thanks.